humble days as precious as gold dust. Where are the buyers? That's new. Days remaining, 2. Alright. As I walk into class, the girls that normally flock around Shinji Mato aren't there. Shinji seems to be in a bad mood today. His usual posse of girls is keeping their distance. I'll ask him if something happened. What? Like I'd tell you if anything happened to me. Which it didn't. Nothing happened at all. Hey, you know that ice queen, Rin Tosaka? She thinks she's so much better than everyone else. At first, I thought that she would be the only one who understood how lonely it is at the top. I tried talking to her yesterday, but I got nowhere. Maybe I just intimidated her or something. I might have lost a few points for getting violent, but girls who talk back to me get slapped. I'd never hook up with such a you just kept her mouth shut. If you agree with me, right? Right? Looks like there's some tension between Shinji and Rin Tosaka. Here, hold on, I'm gonna move some stuff around. Knowing Shinji, he probably hit on her and got shot down. And why'd she take a shot at me? I thought she was going to spinning star kick me next. He continues to whine under his breath. I can only imagine how sleazy Shinji was being with her. Normally his super aggressive approach works, but obviously it didn't with Rin Tosaka. Life's more interesting when it's got little when it's got little shake-ups like this. As if right on cue, Miss Fujimura barges into the classroom as the bell sounds. Whew, I made it. Good morning, everyone. Alright, no one's absent, and since there are no announcements, let's just start homeroom. Ah! As soon as she turns to reach for the chalk, she trips and falls as she always does. As she falls, her fingernails drag across the blackboard with a horrifying sound. And thus, another typically mundane day begins anew. And though the Great War had finally come to an end, regional conflicts still persist. Despite the suffering of the previous generation, battles are still waged 30 years on. Standing behind the lectern today is the school's newest teacher, Kazuki. Although he's supposed to be teaching math, his lesson seems to have gone off on a tangent. I knew a lot of teachers like that. Now, instead of armies, attacks in ever greater numbers are being carried out by terrorists, and in an attempt to suppress these terrorist groups, God, people really pick the weirdest combination of words for these. With that, the bell signaling the end of classes sounds. And with the end of the day here, the tension in the classroom drops immediately. Alright, let us end here today. Oh yes, before I forget, there is an announcement from the student counselor. Recently, a rise in the number of slashing incidents has made the surrounding area dangerous. With that in mind, keep any detours to a minimum and head home as quickly as possible. Get home quickly. Good advice, but I still have to finish a few assignments for the journalism club. Why I'm so gung-ho about investigating the school's 7 wonders is a mystery even to me, but it seems important for some reason. I have to turn in yesterday's report. I better go see the editor-in-chief this evening. This is disturbingly reminiscent of the introductory segment to Kingdom Hearts 2, which is not necessarily a ringing endorsement. Hey, guess what? I just passed this gorgeous girl on the stairs. Could she be a new student? What? I'm sure you're just talking about Rin Tosaka from Class B. Rin Tosaka? Never heard of her. You've really never heard of her? Pretty, athletic, smart, classy? Or stuck-up Miss Perfect, who all the guys adore and all the girls despise. It wouldn't be unrealistic to call Rin Tosaka the most popular girl in the whole school. Are you pulling my leg? Girl, you're so dense you probably wouldn't feel it if I pulled your leg anyway. Well, I'm not dense. Much. But she wasn't wearing her school uniform. She was wearing red. How do you explain that? I don't know. I hadn't noticed. Huh? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. You would. Come on, let's hurry to our club. Yeah. Alright, well. Let's talk to the boss. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? Mm-hmm. Interesting. So it was Tiger. Of course there's no entrance to the spirit world. Thanks to you, the article will be great. Are you ready for the next article assignment? The next unsolved mystery is... Yesterday, there was a girl dressed in red on the rooftop. Rumors about Little Red Rooftop are spreading. Go find out what this is all about. A journalist lets the news guide their feet to the rooftop. Ah, yes. Gotta love this strange new development about a girl wearing a red dress that is new to the school. I wonder, is there any other red dress wearing character that is a girl that we have only just now recently started hearing about? I turned the doorknob and the metal door opened silently on its hinges. As a rule, no one is allowed on the roof, but I could see someone's elongated shadow. The vibrant colors set off by the setting of the sun is enough to take one's breath away. Under the now blood-red sky, a single girl looks out onto the town that spreads out below. Like a figure out of a painting, the girl seems to shine with the same red glow as the setting sun. What a beautiful sunset. I can only imagine how captivating this sight must be for the people who live here. It is indeed a very beautiful scene. Shame that it doesn't really exist. On the surface, it seems like such a benign, peaceful world. Pity that it'll soon come to an end. This place is merely an idealized imitation of the real world, and one done in poor taste. I wonder if there's any value to a memory that can only be observed and then left behind. I'm not sure if that last statement was supposed to express disgust or disappointment. As she finishes speaking, a faint smile forms on the girl's lips as she turns towards my direction. Her unwavering gaze makes it seem like she could see things hidden to others. Her eyes seem to shine with an intensity that rivals that of the fiery red of the evening sky. What's this? A notice from the system? Thanks for bringing it to me. Huh? That's not it? That means you must be one of the generic, students. If one of the irrelevant NPCs can get up here, I guess I'll have to find another place to hang out. Continuing to mumble quietly to herself, the girl quickly walks my way. Oh well. Oh well, at least this is a good opportunity for me to look one of you over. Stand still, you. Unexpectedly, her finger reaches out and touches my cheek. She's really doing it right there. Huh. Wait, what's this? Is this a warning from the system? Direct interference does break the rules after all. Mumbling to herself, the girl disappears without a trace. It's like no one was ever there at all. She vanished? There or not, her form has been indelibly burned into my mind. Oh, you're still here. It's almost time to leave school, so you should prepare to go home. What's wrong? You look a little pale. The sound of Issei's voice pulls me back to reality. I must look completely dazed and confused. Maybe I'm tired, or I'll talk with the editor-in-chief again tomorrow. In any case, I think the course of wisdom for now would be to go home like Issei says. The day will pass. Yes, let's leave campus. No reason to bum around. And let's save over this one. I am going to be making many save files in the future. Auspicious star, such dazzling light. It drowns even the chime of bells. Only 1 day's remaining. I wouldn't expect him to make a thing that drops the S. That would be, you know, effort. I enter the classroom. Once again, Shinji Mato in the seat next to me has a full house. I'm telling you, you don't have to look. You don't have any talent. Give up before you look like a mentally handicapped person. So you know what he said to that? What did he say? We're dying to know. Tell us. This Woods gets all boo-hoo and he says, I'll keep practicing until I get better. I can at least get better than you, who skips practice. Sorry, I have to laugh. Anybody anybody knows that you can't practice your way into being a genius. If he wants to practice something, he should practice not sounding like a tool. The guy's not a total maggot, but he's still trash that needs to find a garbage can. That moron. People aren't created equal. Even people who are born above average can never reach the same heights as the naturally gifted. You must be so talented if you don't need to practice, Mato. I feel bad for that kid. Trash can't help being trash. Should learn to stop dreaming about being something better. The bell rings. In response to the gaggle of girls shuffle off to their own seats. While we wait for the teacher to arrive, I get caught up on what Shinji said for some reason. Whether or not Shinji has innate talent, I think it's pretty clear that I'm a nobody. A nobody with no goals. I mean, when I try to even think about the future, I get overwhelmed. As long as I keep plodding along, someday I'll reach my totally average future. Yay. That's what happens to everyone, right? Are there actually people who break the pattern? How? I have no idea. For me, today is just another ordinary day. Good morning, everyone! Suddenly, my heart accelerates, each beat painfully strong. It's as if my body's on high alert. I know it's not a reaction to Miss Fujimura. No. Well, kids, this is a little out of the blue, but today I want to introduce you to a new friend. It's him. That blonde boy is the one who's causing my body's fight or flight instincts to prickle. Go on, Leo, introduce yourself. For what purpose? Huh? Well, Leo, you'll be attending school with these people. I'm sure they'd like to know who you are. Ah, I see. These good people do not know my name yet. He steps forward and then in a louder voice says, Everyone, my name is Leonardo Bistario Harway. In time it will be In time it will be a name known to all the world, but for now it is the name of your classmate. I'm pleased to meet you all. I hope we can enjoy our time together. The classroom is silent. There aren't even any jabs at his eccentric manner of speaking or any coos over how pretty he is. Instead, the entire classroom is enthralled by his regal bearing, entranced even. Shinji's words come to mind. This is what it means to be on a different level. None of us plebs could even hope to reach the level that this new kid lives on. It's not overextending to call his very existence transfixing. Like deer in the headlights, we're immobilized by a presence far brighter than our own. His natural place is above us, looking down as our king. How did someone like him end up here? It must be a mistake. Anyway, everyone, please make Leo feel welcome. Then, Leo, if you would please take a seat. It looks like the third seat in the second row from the right is open. Will that be okay? Leo? Ah, you're addressing me. I see no reason to not allow you to call me Leo, as if it didn't feel awkward to hear it from you. If you have the chance, I'd very much like for a delightful woman like you to visit my country. What? Jeez, don't joke with your teacher. To your seat, Leo. I won't smack you since, well, it was kind of flattering for you to say that. Of course. I appreciate your diplomacy, Miss Fujimura. Then the boy gave the kind of easy smile that only kids can. That simple smile washes away the tension in the room, and people even begin to smile themselves. I think he's not so much a king as a prince. He may be above us, but he also has natural charisma that draws us up to his level. However, it seems that there is at least one person in class whose mileage varies. I don't like him. Flirting with the teacher already? That arrogant little twerp. Shinji's clearly not happy. If you have any questions, ask anyone in the class or myself. Come to me first. There's no need to be shy. Yes, I understand. I'm pleased that I will be attending such a good school. Am I imagining things? Just for a second, I thought he shifted his attention toward me. Not toward anyone else, not even Shinji, who's still bad-mouthing Leo, but to me alone. Yeah, right, there's no way a practically otherworldly person like him would notice bland me. Wow, skipping 2 time periods. The school day ended with nothing else of interest occurring. But that Leo, I can't shake the uneasiness he awoke in my heart. Feels like cogs somewhere have become misaligned. No, I'm just excited because for once, something happened. Well, besides what happened yesterday. I should report yesterday's findings to the editor-in-chief. It's not at all strange that girl just teleported away. Where is everyone? Didn't we have a full classroom before? Like, there's way fewer people in here. Oh well, to the editor. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? What? Little Red Rooftop vanished before your eyes? She disappeared, then if she disappeared, isn't anything we can do about that. Nothing we can do? What's with the editor-in-chief's reaction? It's not right. I thought she'd say something like, hey, don't scare me like that. Actually, the problematic part is how nonchalant she is that a person disappeared. Your next story will be Mystery of the Courtyard Chapel. The editor-in-chief keeps talking like nothing happened. She's already on the next thing. Should I say something? Hey, did you know there's a chapel on campus, even though this isn't a mission school? It seems the chapel has been here longer than the school. This is just a rumor, but they say that it's haunted and magic rites are performed there. I'm sending you to investigate. The entrance to the courtyard is on the far end of the right side of the first floor hallway. Alright, well, I guess this gives us some agency to explore. Can we actually go down here? The cafeteria is just up ahead. It looks like they're still getting ready. Let's go poke around. I was at the arcade the other day and I saw Miss Fujimura there again. I think she lives there. I saw her there too. She won so many stuffed animals it was like she was mustering an army. Is that Shinji? That's strange even for here. Oh, it's you again. I don't have time to play like you obviously do. Go play reporter or whatever it is friendless little geeks like you do instead of having a life. No need to be an asshole, Shinji. I guess there's nothing around here. Looks like a fire alarm. Just the sight of it makes me want to set it off. I have nothing really to comment about that. I kind of love this music. Are you going to the garden? Keep your guard up. It's almost too quiet there. Lately, I've been getting these crushing headaches at school. It's starting to freak me out. Oh. Alright. There's no music for this? Just gonna be really creepy? Can I turn around? Can I leave? I can't leave. Are you alright? I don't think she's alright. But buddy, you good? Oh no. I'm gonna try and not disintegrate anyone else as I walk over here. The man stands like a black stain, tainting the joyfully multicolored flower beds around him. It's the new teacher, Kuzuki. But The man standing in front of me isn't acting like a teacher by any stretch of the imagination. The sick malignancy of overbearing aggression fills the air, and then scattered around him are dead bodies of students. Why did you come in here? I'm certain I locked that door. I suppose I'll test you out. His thin lips hardly moved, but in the next instant, I'm bowled over as if struck by an invisible force. Chaotic thoughts bury my brain like endless grains of sand. What happened? Can I move my limbs? Seriously, what was that? Sorry again. Kazuki hasn't moved. No one else is nearby. Who? Why? How? My thoughts swirl. My heart races. I see what you are now. It isn't you, I suppose. His voice has a quiet hiss, but I could hear everything he said. This man with cold, inscrutable eyes raises his palm toward me. When I come to, I'm collapsed in the garden. The garden is silent. There's not even a trace of Kazuki or of the corpses that had been there. I'm uninjured, though my body aches from laying on the hard ground. The cold sweat that had covered me is gone too. Only the piercing pain in my head remains. Maybe it was just a bad dream. I gulp air and attempt to stand. The ground seems to move under my feet. I'm delusional. Of course the ground isn't moving. I'll give my report to the editor-in-chief tomorrow and just go home for today.